Hey everyone, Travis here, and today I've got a quick tutorial on something that I really want to share with everyone else, and especially all the designers out there. And basically, what it is patterns. And what patterns are, most of you probably might know about, or you may not, is basically things like this in the background. I've got like this kind of crossed diamond pattern, and towards the top on my header for this website mockup I did, it kind of has like a dark denim feel to it. So it's a really great tool to do, especially when you're doing websites. And I'll show you another example, like right here for this website. The background I did was just some like diagonal lines. So it's really awesome just to steer away from the like solid background colors or gradients, and not to dog on the gradients or anything, because they definitely have their place. But the patterns are just a lot more modern, a lot more elegant, and they just look so much better with websites. But with that said, though, these patterns aren't just for websites. Like here's an example. I just did this logo today actually for a hosting company, and I used a pattern background for their logo mockup basically. So instead of just a plain white or a plain dark background, if you use a pattern, you can kind of see, and definitely hook this video up to 720 or 1080p, whichever is available to you guys, and you'll really definitely see what I'm talking about here on the screen. How these patterns can really make something simple, like a pretty simple logo like this, just look a lot more professional, especially when you're presenting it to a client, and they're just going to be a lot more happy about it. And I even use patterns in just simple little banners and stuff like this. So instead of a plain white background, you can see behind this Call of Duty guy, I've got this pattern going on, and it's just a great way to break up that space and have something with a little bit more life, and just not be so boring. So with that said, this video and the whole patterns and everything really wouldn't be possible without this amazing website that I found, and it's called subtlepatterns.com, and it's right here, and you can just Google it. And as a matter of fact, instead of Googling it, just go ahead and click the link in the description for subtlepatterns.com. And the reason I think this website is so awesome is they've got over 300 different patterns, and they're available. They're all free for you to download. And what's cool is you can come through their website and actually hover over them and click preview and check out the patterns live, in a large browser, and it's just really cool. This is the one that I like to use a lot for my dark stuff. So let's find one that's kind of new that I haven't used yet. Let's do this one. It's called Twinkle Twinkle, and you just hit download, and we'll go ahead and extract it. And if you're on the Mac, obviously you use this Mac one. I'm on the PC, and I'm going to just extract this PNG to my desktop. Alright, so when you come into Photoshop, all you got to do is basically select the layer that you want to have the pattern on. So I'm going to select this background layer here, which is right down here, layer 1. And I'll uncheck patterns. So usually, you might do a color, whatever, like if you wanted green, and that's cool. I mean, but if you really want something a lot more interesting, these patterns are awesome for it. So just check pattern overlay, and then by default, this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see this, and you're gonna be like, what the hell? The default Photoshop patterns are just horrendous. Like, I've only used them for a few things here and there. I don't even think these are default. I think these are, I've loaded it in, but like, you'll see this basically. So in order to load a pattern in, all you got to do is, first of all, kind of went forward a little bit, but that PNG that you downloaded of the patterns, first you got to open that in Photoshop. So I'll go to my desktop and I'll open Twinkle Twinkle. So here's the pattern at 100%, and then all you got to do from here is go to Edit, Define Pattern, and then name it whatever you want. I'll just leave it Twinkle Twinkle, and I'll hit OK, and then I'll go ahead and come back to my design here, and then you'll double click on the layer that you want to apply the pattern to, and you'll go ahead and check pattern overlay, and like I said, this is what you'll see. And then all you got to do is you got to load the or you don't have to even load the pattern, you just come all the way down, and it'll be the most recent one down here that you inserted. And if you hover over it, it'll say, see, Twinkle Twinkle 360 by 360. I'll click it, and there you go, that's it. I'll hit OK, and now I've got this pattern loaded up into my file, and you can see it's right there. And what's cool is also on this website towards the top, if you click on snacks, you can download these in packs basically. And I will say one thing though, there's no way to kind of like bulk import all these patterns. You're still going to have to open each image and then go up to edit and then hit define pattern and name it. But once you do that, you're done, and you can come in to any layer you want and check that pattern overlay onto it, and you're done. And it's just a great way. Like, here's an example of a pack that I downloaded, so you can see they're all different sizes and stuff. So this one's kind of cool, pineapple cut. So you would just right click, open with Photoshop. It's opened, edit, define pattern. We'll name it pineapple cut. Click OK, and that's it. And now we can just come over to a design. Let's do this one right here. I'll double click. I'll go to pattern overlay, and I'll select the very recent one right here, which I just did. And it's really hard to see. This one's super light, so yeah, I can barely see it. But I think actually that's because my opacity is way low. There we go. I just turned it up. So now you can see. I mean, it looks pretty good, honestly. And like I said, not just for websites, you can do it for your logo mockups. Just create a rectangle, and instead of hitting that good old color overlay or gradient overlay, you can do a pattern overlay and start messing around with that kind of stuff. So hope this was helpful to you guys, and if you learned something, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. I really appreciate it, and have a good one. Thanks.